The three portraits I chose to summarize were cynic, social revolutionist, and Messiah. So, first, I'm going to talk about the idea that Jesus was a cynic like philosopher. So, basically, what they were saying is he is kind of a poet peasant he had clever sayings and parables that they challenged the social and religious conventions of his day. He was purposely countercultural and rejected social conventions of the time, and the primary goal was not to offend others, although they often did, but it was more so to get back to nature and demonstrate a simple life aside from culture norms. So that's just kind of what cynic-like philosophers were seen as. So Jesus was similar in this way because he challenged the religious norms and he ignored many of the laws, like he would eat with sinners and tax collectors, and he just kind of welcomed everyone. So the main difference is that the cynic view is that Jesus wasn't preaching about the kingdom of God and more so the social renewal and a transformation. Second, I'll talk about the idea that Jesus was a social revolutionist. So the claims that Jesus was a social revolutionist means that he was focused on transforming the community from the bottom up. So starting with slaves and day workers. In this context, Jesus was a prophet working his way through the poor and preaching about a radical change of how village life was set up. That means that there shouldn't be worldly fathers more, and that his focus should be to call on to God. Third, I'm going to talk about Jesus being seen as the Messiah. So this is the most biblical view from the book, and the Messiah means that he announces God and his salvation, and he was sent to accomplish God's salvation through his death on the cross. So, in my opinion, as well, this is the most biblical version because it states what Jesus does. He comes to preach of God's salvation and accomplish that by dying on the cross. And the text also agrees with me on this, saying that the Messiah is the most biblical portrait that Jesus is. So, yeah.